on digital radio, on the app, on your smartphone, on X, YouTube, and Facebook. The Sportscast. Football in general.
The update presented by the Sportscast.
Welcome to the Sportscast, January 10th, 2025. If you haven't yet, please subscribe in all our channels, YouTube, Facebook, X, and Apple Podcasts. You can also listen to us on your smart speaker. If you're listening on Apple Podcasts, please leave a rating and a review. It will help us out tremendously. We're also on online digital radio. You can visit our website, thesportscast.net, and also you can follow us on X at the Sportscast1, also Instagram, the Sportscast1, and you can get our app, the Sportscast, for iOS. It is NFL Wildcard Weekend. A lot going on. And joining us all the way from California, Sherrod. Welcome back to the Sportscast.
It's hot. It's hot out here.
Oh, man. Yeah. Condolences to Southern California, going through a lot of the wildfires going on. Ray just told me he had an earthquake, but Ray, what's going on in California?
Well, man, they're starting to get some of these fires contained, not about a whole much, but some of them are about 38%. But they're burning. Winds are still, not blowing as hard, but with the
you don't see the smoke from over there, right? No,
not yet. It's coming. It's coming.
You think so? Oh, okay.
It's gonna come. 'Cause anytime we get smoke, they get it. Anytime they get smoke, same. So it'll be out here. I'll be wearing my mask though, because you do not want to breathe those that smoke out there. And also we just had like a little 3.7, 3.5 earthquake. So I'm like, and I'm just praying to God that give the state a break, man, because a lot of people been through a lot. But my prayers and my condolences to the people in Southern California, man. It's horrible, man. It is horrible. And hopefully management, somebody, they got to talk to somebody, man, because those guys, they have no water. We have no water to put out fires. And that is crazy for firefighters to watch a house, a church, a school burn down, and they don't have any water. So I just wanted to put that out there.
Yeah, really tough out there for the residents. Hopefully things will calm down this weekend. With that, speaking, the Minnesota and LA Rams games has moved to Glendale, Arizona. I think this has happened before, but it's a must in Glendale.
Yeah, the Rams agreed to do it. I mean, they couldn't play out there, man, because one, it's not safe. The smoke and everything out there, and I just thought,
and plus, there's no officials to go in the game to protect the crowds and everything, so there wouldn't be much of a much police there to help out either.
No, and it's the smart thing. It's the smart thing to do, to just play in a neutral area. So Arizona is pretty good. There might be some people that will find their way out there and support the team. So we'll see.
Yeah, quite something. Good thing that the Cardinals did not make the playoffs, so that worked out really well. Let's go to 49ers news, making some buzz. Javon Hargrave, the defensive tackle for Niners, have been released.
Yeah.
Your thoughts on that? Was this coming, Mr. Sherrod?
Yes, because we have to. A lot of contracts got to get renegotiated, and I mean, I think we paid him $83 million or something like that. And yeah, exactly. And so I think they were trying to reconstruct it. And here's the thing: they could probably still bring him back.
Yeah, he could deal with a reduced deal. Correct.
You can still bring them back, but it's all about business, and we need money. So I think they're going to save probably about $7 million, which is not a whole lot, but it's something. It's something. They still got to do some other deals and stuff.
And Deebo Samuel not released, something that some of the fans want to happen. Ray does. What are your thoughts on Debo Samuel? Did not have a good season. What are your thoughts on that?
They will always look, man. I'm 49er for life, and I will always respect my man Debo, but it's business, it's nothing personal. And you got to have receivers perform. And if you just have somebody that's always injury prone and hurt, it's just it's just not working out. And I think we need to reboot, and I think we need to move on. So I mean, if we keep him, we keep him, But just me personally, can you honestly say was he the number one receiver this season? No,
not at all. He was not on my radar at all this season.
No, and I think he's missing out on an opportunity. I think he should just go somewhere else and restart. Like I said, it's nothing personal. It's business. Yeah, he got. Come on, he look at that. 3 touchdowns, under 1,000 yards. He only averaged 13.1. He was 87th.
That's pretty low.
That's low, man. That's not a number one. I'm sorry, that's not a number one receiver. He used to be a tier 1, tier 2 receiver. So, and it happens. You can't beat father time. Injuries do take a toll. And once again, the NFL stands for not for long. Nothing lasts forever, folks.
Which is why they pay you the money, the big bucks right early on. Let's go into another move from San Francisco. They want to get this Brock Purdy extension done. Ray is greenlighted it. I mean, there's no one else in the picture, the draft, the free agency, unless you want Kirk Cousins. But Brock Purdy's your man in San Francisco, franchise quarterback.
Yeah, and I know we talked about this behind the scenes. A lot of people is like, man, is he worth the $60 million? Is he going to get paid $60 million?
I don't think he'll get 60. I get 57 at best, or 58.
He's going to. Let me tell you something. Football, they do deals to push the bar. All right, they're going to give this man the money. I'm telling you, they're gonna give him the money because he's got. There's a thing called an agent, Santiago. There's a thing called an agent, and the agent is gonna be like, "Look, I'm looking out for my guy, my customer, Brock Purdy, and he can get hurt. Something can happen. He's a good guy. He's a leader on the team. He's well respected in the city." You also got to look, there's going to be a lot of Brock Purdy jerseys out there in the stadium. He's loved. We love him. I love him.
And you know who especially loves him? The head coach, Mike Shanahan.
Exactly. So that's why I do think he's going to get the $60 million. Now, let me keep it real. Is he a $60 million quarterback? No. But was Dak? No.
Definitely not Dak.
Was Deshaun Watson?
Definitely not Kirk Cousins either.
No, I will get like somebody like a Joe Burrow. He made it to the Super Bowl. He puts up stats and stuff. This man plays hurt. Somebody like that. Yeah. But yeah, I think he's going to get. I think he'll 59, 60, somewhere in that range. You say 57, I see like 59, 60.
59, 60 with no incentives, all guaranteed.
He will get a big chunk of guaranteed money. You got to understand, man, it's 2025 and the bar gets pushed for the next man to make his money. So
exactly. We're seeing more Netflix deals. We're seeing Peacock deals, Prime. A lot of these games are pushing to stream. Those guys pay big money, by the way. So when Mike Tyson got paid?
I did. Do you see what they pay in baseball salary? This money.
Ohtani, Dodgers, big time. And this guy that signed with the Yankees. Anyways, no, Mets. He was the one guy who got paid some big bucks. Shanahan downplayed the assumption of linebacker Drake Greenlaw leaving San Francisco. What are your thoughts on that? Is that a big loss if he does leave?
Man, that was Fred Warner's right-hand man, seeing those guys, man, and it's going to hurt because, our defense, once upon a time, we used to be the number one defense. We were good. our defense used to carry our offense at times, but injuries do happen. Greenlaw got he's Achilles, folks, and I'm sorry, but if you're in a rebuilding mode and you're trying to rebuild your defense and stuff like that, is he going to be 100%? Is he going to be a liability? And sometimes, like I said, in this business, it sucks, but you got to let people go. And I know Shanahan, he has to say good stuff in the media. You can't just outright say, oh, we cutting him. You know, you got to show him some respect because he was a valuable player on our team. But yeah, I don't know. You know, he was hurt in 2024. What is he going to do for you in 2025? When you get these injuries, they linger. I mean, look what happened to Christian McCaffrey.
Which he says he could have played in the playoffs. He's healthy right now.
Yeah, okay. He'd take 2 steps. They should have bubble wrapped him, and he just should have. Injuries take tolls, broken bones, sprains. As you get older, they don't go away. Sometimes they'll come back, you know. So
like Tyreek Hill had a bad wrist beginning of the year in August. He had a horrible season.
Look at Tua.
Tua too, bad hip. But anyways, let's go. One more piece of news: Niners. Nick Sorensen out as defensive coordinator for the Niners. Open spot. Your thoughts on that?
You know who I want, man. The Jets, man. They did a mistake. They fired Scala, the coach.
Yep.
And he was a good coach. I think he got a raw deal because it wasn't his fault. Aaron Rodgers got hurt that season. That wasn't his fault. As far as the playing and everything, Rodgers wasn't really connecting with the receivers. So they got Devontae, and they still wasn't connecting. And so that's I just don't like when they fire coaches 1 year, 2 year. I would like at least give the guy another chance, another third year. Get Aaron Rodgers out and get you a decent quarterback because they do have a team. They got a good team. They just needed leadership and they needed a better quarterback. Aaron Rodgers is not that
40 years old with a bad Achilles. Speaking about Raiders, a team that fired a 1-year coach, they fired Antonio Pierce, and also general manager Tom Telesco also had a year. You're familiar with the Raiders. Your thoughts on this move?
Man, I wouldn't be surprised if this was a Tom Brady move, man. And you come on, man. You know, I know, but he's one of the advisors. He's on the
50% minority stake.
Okay. Don't please, you know, he had a say in this. And so Antonio Pierce, man, like he did a speech one day and he says, look, man, I know the business. I've been in football. You know, you cheer, you boo. You cheer, you boo. I get it. You know, it is what it is. Me personally, I think they jumped the gun because some of those players wasn't his players. You have to let this man at least build a team, get some players together because you never know. He could be the next Belichick. He could be a next quarterback. That's not his fault. And as far as the GM, the GM, I think he should have left. I think the GM should have left.
Which it took a day after after Pierce got fired.
Yeah, Lions all the way. Yeah, you keep talking about the Lions. They're on a break anyway. I don't know, man. I don't like the fire at AP. I think that's really I think they're just using them as a scapegoat. And he didn't have come on, man, Minshew, Abdullah, and Madison.
O'Connell.
He had a good tight end and Bowers, a good receiver.
Yeah, I think
Myers.
he was the best player of that team this year.
He had good play. You got to get players. Get him some players.
Yeah.
You know, he was playing. I'm sorry, he was playing with guys that are like third, fourth strings that was starting. You can't win. Can't win.
We'll see what happens. They have reached out to Bill Belichick, who is currently coach of the UNC. They could get Belichick. They got to pay UNC $10 million. And they also interviewed Pete Carroll, another old timer, 74 years old, a little older than Belichick. What do you think about these candidates?
First of all, Belichick need to stay his butt in my home state. Yes, I'm in California, but my home state is actually North Carolina. And go Tar Heels.
Chapel Hill.
Chapel Hill. He should just, he's in the good place right now, because you just look at Harbaugh, what he did when he went to Michigan, and look what he did with Michigan, and now look what he's doing. He's in the playoffs. So I would just, just chill. It's not as stressful as the NFL, college. I think he's going to do amazing with UNC. As far as, come on, man, Carroll, dude, isn't Carroll like, what is he, like 80-something years old, man? Sure. Like, it's like, come on.
And he interviewed with the Bears as well.
Pete Carroll, I always gonna have respect, because he's one of them OG veteran coaches. He's good. He won a Super Bowl, so put some respect on him. He's been in around in the league for a long time, but it ain't gonna work out with the Raiders. Not gonna work out with the Raiders.
Not gonna work out. We'll see what happens in Las Vegas. Now Tom Brady getting in the scuffle. I'm not sure how much time he has. He's doing broadcasting.
Davis, doing I think search. the owner Davis. I think because Pete, when Pete Carroll comes in, he's not just the coach. I think Pete Carroll also wants to say he wants to be a GM coach.
Wasn't he a GM with Seattle too?
Yeah, exactly. So what comes with Pete Carroll is going to be, I want more control.
And that's also Bill Belichick as well. He would also be that GM type of guy.
Yeah, Pete Carroll ain't no yes. He's not a yes man like McCarthy, which McCarthy, I think he got denied by the Cowboys. Yeah, there you go.
What's going on there? Is that a power move by Jerry Jones?
Sure is. You're my boy. You ain't going nowhere.
Till January 15th, I think.
Yeah.
He's prolonging it. Quite interesting, because the whole staff is waiting too, because their contracts are expired by the 15th. So we'll see what happens with McCarthy. Do you think he'll come back or?
Yeah. Because McCarthy, he's a yes man, and everybody knows that Jones is running things, and he does what he wants to do. And until Jones is out, Cowboys will never get anywhere, because this man has been controlling this team since forever, and they just don't win, man. Don't win.
Quite something. We'll see what happens in Cowboy country. Of course, Prescott is a fan of Mike McCarthy, so that would not be a bad thing for him if he stays. Also, breaking news: a couple minutes ago, Deshaun Watson in jeopardy for the 25th season with a Achilles surgery. How about that? And the number 2 in the draft order.
Yeah. That's what that's Browns. That's what you get. That's what you get when you make stupid deals. I'm sorry, and now he's out. And I think they're still on the hook for money.
Yeah, a lot of dead money there. So we'll see what happens in the next couple of weeks. We got, of course, Tennessee number 1 in the draft order. We got Cleveland Browns number 2, 3 Giants, and then the Patriots. We'll see what happens.
They got to get a quarterback.
Yeah,
they got to get a quarterback. Got to get a quarterback.
And then Travis Hunter could go here maybe to the Giants.
Ooh, I like that, Travis Hunter.
And Raiders need a quarterback too.
You know who they're gonna get.
Anyways, a lot going on in the NFL. Never dies. But hey, we got a big weekend ahead of us. Mr. Sherrod, are you ready to predict the NFL Wildcard? Because I know you wrote it down already.
I'm ready. I'm ready to do it. Let's go.
All right.
Saturday game.
Let's go. The first game here, Texans, Chargers in Houston. A lot going on there. The Chargers are in a momentum streak going on there. They're the lower seed, but they're favored in the road against the Texans. The Texans struggled late in the season, dropping 2 of their last 3 games, while averaging only 14.7 points. They also lost wideout Tank Dell, Ray, if you forgot, who suffered a season-ending leg injury. The Chargers travel well. What do you have You got J.K. Dobbins. He's healthy.
Man, I've got to go with the Chargers because you have Harbaugh. You got a Harbaugh as a coach. Herbert, I mean, I think he's got his receiver, McConkey over 1,000 yards this season. I think Mixon's going to have a good game, but I think you're going to see Herbert to McConkey, Chargers.
I think they're a dark horse. I don't know. I feel it. The Pittsburgh Steelers have lost 4 consecutive games and failed to cover the spread at all, but one of those contests includes a 34-17 loss to the Baltimore Ravens. The Ravens do not have Zay Flowers. Does that make a difference for Ray's choice?
You know what, man? They got Bateman, man. You know, nobody respects Rashad Bateman. This man is good. And they can also have Hill, who's also a backup running back. He can catch. He can do some stuff. They've got great tight ends. Come on, man. The tight ends. 2 good tight ends. Mark Andrews and likely to get a touchdown. Yeah. But, man, come on, dude. It's all about Lamar Jackson and Henry. Sorry, Steelers, but I'm going with the Ravens.
Lamar Jackson MVP because he was voted in all-pro team, I think, just this morning.
Yes.
He got the green light, which will be his 3rd MVP award, if he does.
Yeah. He deserves it. Deserves it.
Let's go. Buffalo Bills are heavy favorites over the Denver Broncos, who have exceeded expectations with rookie quarterback Bo Nix at the helm. After a win over Kansas City Chiefs backups, Carson Wentz, Denver will face arguably its toughest opponent of the 24 campaign. With that said, the Broncos are one of the 3 teams with a league-leading 12-5 record ATS. They've only lost by more than 8 points once against the Ravens. The Broncos would hang with quality opponents, but like the Ravens, the Bills may be too far of their league on a competitive level. Rookie quarterback versus Josh Allen, another MVP candidate.
Man, come on. I'm gonna give it up to the Bills. But I'm also gonna applaud the Broncos. Bo Nix, great guys. Plus Sutton, over 1,000 yards this season, guys. Over 1,000 yards. I'm gonna give it up. I'm gonna give it up to the Bills. The Bills. They got cooked.
Buffalo Bills. It might be. I wonder what the weather is in Buffalo. It's probably not gonna be easy. Not gonna be clear. The Philadelphia Eagles and Green Bay Packers square off in Brazil for the season opener. They square again in the playoffs. The Eagles failed through most of the first half on that game, but slowed down the Packers offense in the second half and pulled away for a 34-29 victory. Jordan Love had a little bit of injury scare last week with his throwing hand. The Eagles rested everyone, including Saquon. He couldn't break that record, but they beat the Giants with their A team. Jalen Hurts is back. He had a full practice yesterday. Who do you have? Packers at the Eagles.
Eagles, man. I'm sorry, Eagles. Barkley, come on, dude. 2005, 13 touchdowns. He's 345 carries. Dude, I'm going with Barkley. Don't forget my man A.J. Brown. You got Devontae. Eagles fly, Eagles fly. Sorry, Cheeseheads.
There's a lot of teams that are going to rely on the running backs this week. Yeah.
Going old school. Shout out to my boy Vet, because me and Vet, man, we like them old school running backs, man. The running backs are back, baby.
Speaking about Vet, the Commanders versus the Buccaneers. The Buccaneers beat the Commanders 37-20 in their first matchup between these two teams in week 1. That was a long time ago, man. Yeah, but that was before rookie quarterback Jaden Daniels broke out against the Bengals in week 3. Now the Daniels has some experience in the 4-game winning streak, which drives his resume. He should be able to move the ball through the air against the Buccaneers' 29th ranked pass defense. Despite Daniels' favorable matchup, Knox picked okay. Anyways, your thoughts, Commanders at Bucks. Evans broke their record. Who you got?
Baker Mayfield, 4,500 yards, 41 touchdowns. Come on, man. This is Baker Mayfield's year. Plus, he's got Evans. He's got the running backs. Commanders did a wonderful job, but they played a bunch of teams, guys. If you look, that they beat a lot of teams that were kind of like the losing teams.
And they lost against Atlanta twice.
Exactly. I'm sorry, man, but I got to go with the hot Buccaneers, man. But another shout out and respect to the Commanders. They did great, but it ends with the Buccaneers.
Okay. This game has moved to Arizona, but they did play in Week 8. The Rams beat the Vikings 30-20 at home. The Rams are hot right now. They got Puka Nacua. They got Stafford. This team gives me some Super Bowl vibes from a few years ago. But the Vikings, they lost against the Lions last week. They're hot as well. Sam Darnold was great this year. Who do you have? Vikings versus Rams. Neutral ground. There might be more Rams fans, right?
I hope so, man. I mean, you know what? Sam didn't look too good the last game, Sam. Didn't look good. And that's why I'm going with the Rams.
Wow. Divisional. You could have picked the Minnesota. I don't like the Rams. We play them every year.
Go with the Rams.
There you have it. NFL Wildcard Weekend. It starts tomorrow. Ray, which game you're really looking forward to? I think for me, I do like the Commanders Bucks. That's probably one of the closest.
Yeah.
Man, Steelers Ravens.
For me, man, I'm loving that Chargers and Texans because now you got the two Harbaugh brothers, guys. I just think the Chargers is gonna just do really good. I think they're like the under the radar team that nobody's really putting any respect on. And then I'm liking that Commanders and Buccaneers, And also I'm gonna throw a little extra one, Vikings and Rams, because come on, you mentioned Pua and Cup, but he also has Addison and Jefferson over with the Vikings, so it's gonna be a good game.
And then don't forget Tutu Atwell, for the Rams.
The Rams, that's right. That's true. Yeah.
Well, anyways, NFL Wildcard will be tweeted all throughout the weekend. Playoff intensity games are really good. Hopefully they're all tight. I don't see any blowouts. Like the only upset that I could potentially see the Broncos, but probably not. Anyways, Ray, what is the best way to reach you online and ask you, hey, do you start your wing cooking this weekend?
Yeah. Ray3473. I'm also known as the Gaming Sideboard. I stream on Twitch and YouTube, but you can see me on Threads, Ray3473. You can see me on X.com, Ray3473. I'm in the Discord too, hanging out with my friends. And yeah, man, get your popcorn ready, get your soda pop ready. I'm going to be in the recliner watching the games and taking notes.
There you have it. And Ray's on Blue Sky, right? Is that true?
Yeah, and thank you. And I'm also on Blue Sky. Ray3473 on Blue Sky. Thank you.
There's so many socials out there. You can reach us at the Sportscast1 on X and Instagram, and also our website, thesportscast.net. A lot going on with movement, with coaches and hirings and getting rid. I think all like the hirings have been done. I don't think there's any more left. The Raiders, they waited till it could be the Cowboys, but I don't think that's going to happen.
We'll see. I think there's a lot of pressure on. A lot of people are talking about Jerry, but guess what? Jerry going to do what Jerry wants to do. What's up? Thank you, SPG. We appreciate that. Jerry going to do what Jerry wants to do, and he don't give a dang what anybody say.
We'll see what happens. But anyways, Ray, I hope you enjoy your weekend. Stay warm. Hope California gets a little bit better by Monday night.
Oh, I'm warm, brother. Oh, it's warm out here.
And there you have it. And this